Hello, everyone. Susan Gerbic from Psychics Explained. I have been away from you guys for a very long time, but I have not forgotten. I have been on tour. I have been all over the place. So this is just a quick update. I should have more interesting things for you soon. Very soon, Operation Banana Cream Pie is going to happen. And I have the videos already. They're just unlisted. And all the videos will start with, if you're watching this, then Operation Banana Cream Pie is over and it's okay for you to be able to watch this video. So when I'm able to make those live, which I'm not sure exactly when, because I have promised somebody else that they would be able to report on the information. And I really can't say, but I can say that um, I'm working with somebody else whose timeline I have to take into consideration, and I don't know the end of that timeline. So hopefully soon, before the end of the summer. So when you see those come out, make sure you subscribe to this channel, subscribe to Operation Banana Cream Pie's playlist, or I don't know if you can subscribe to a playlist, but that's what you're looking for. Is there's an Operation Banana Cream Pie playlist that will be available once I can reveal what's on there. I'm so sorry, you guys, but I do have to keep these things quiet because I know these psychics are not real. I don't know which ones are following me. I think they should all be following me at all times, but I just don't think so. So, yes, I have a cold. I just got back from Germany on Sunday, so it's taking me a little bit to get find my feet here. You can see there's stuff scattered all around behind me because I just came home and threw things around and there's stuff to do. So I was in first I went to Canada. And I've been giving talks on psychics. So possibly you're watching this video because you have heard a lot about the channel Psychics Explained and how we have a little community here. As I've been talking about the channel almost everywhere I've gone. And so and that we really get into the weeds. I've shown a lot of different videos. One I've been showing a lot of is the motivated sitter. That's kind of been what I've been talking about the last month or so, because I can't talk about Operation Banana Cream Pie. So I've been showing that. Lots of videos about motivated sitters. I was in Calgary, went to We Can Reason in Calgary. Then we went to a high school in Edmonton where we talked about Wikipedia, the importance of Wikipedia, because these high school students have never, ever lived without Wikipedia. I mean, it's always been around. Wikipedia was created in 2001. These students were mostly born around 2008. So in their world, it has always been available for them. They also don't really understand how the media is super influence tries to influence them, that these students' eyeballs equate money to them, clicks. And if things go viral, the media gets money for that. And so, headlines and how they're written and what the content is in there, and how to evaluate a source and how important to really think about what it is that you're sharing. All that is all, maybe in a generation like myself, who was raised with Encyclopedia Britannica and library books, we might be a little more critical of evaluating sources. I don't know. But there's a whole generations of people out there who know nothing more than what they see on TikTok or what their friends tell them. Then I did a lecture in Edmonton, came home, went to Seattle to go see my son, and I was just there for a few days. Didn't lecture about psychics, but I was catching him up on Operation Banana Cream Pie. Came home, went for a couple days, and then went to St. Louis, Missouri, with Skeptic Camp and talked about psychics there. Had a wonderful time. Wrote an article on it, and then hung around in St. Louis. There was a tornado while we were there. I and two other people went underneath the arch, the Gateway Arch. Oh, that's amazing. And we were in the museum underneath, and everybody around us got earthquake warnings, beep, 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 all over the place, telling us to stay inside. There was tornado coming, tornado alert. And, we were totally safe underneath the arch, but it was very dangerous when we got out and we were able to drive around and look around. We found out that there were people whose lives had been lost and buildings had been destroyed, and it was daytime hours, and it was just terrifying for a lot of people. We drove around, we saw a lot of damage, which makes me think, if psychics were real, why didn't they warn us? If psychics had the ability to warn us of things, why would we need alerts on our phone beeping at us when we would just have already gotten a heads up by the psychic, who maybe a lot more notice? That doesn't make sense to me, that why we have psychics. People say that psychics have abilities to predict the future or tell us things, yeah, they've never predicted anything. Then I went to Raleigh, North Carolina, and had another skeptic camp, and I gave another talk, and part of it is Wikipedia related, and part of it is psychic related, the psychic channel that you guys are watching me on. Then I flew to Munich, Germany, all by myself, and I kind of hung out at the hotel for 3 days because I was by myself, and because I needed to get over feeling jet laggy. I thought I would go and do some stuff, but I really wasn't feeling up to it, and I just wrote the articles I needed to write. I did a lot of reading and slept at really odd hours, and it just felt like it really hit me. Then I took a train to Regensburg, which is where the conference was in Germany, and I was there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I left Sunday morning, and people were very nice. I was the only person there who did not speak German, but I was treated very nicely, and people were wonderful, helpful. And I did not talk about psychics on camera. I have 2 lectures I did, and those will be available in English. Eventually, they'll get those videos out, and you can watch all those. Same with the other places I went. If you want to watch my talks on psychics and Wikipedia and so on, they'll all be available. If you're not following me on social media, that's usually the easiest place to find me, on Twitter or on Facebook, Susan Gerbic. And gosh, I've got some interviews set up. I have a really interesting interview with a German group that talks about how you know what you know, with what kind of confidence. That was fascinating. I picked psychic mediums as the thing that they were, the Socratic method. I have a kitty cat over here. Boy, I came home and they were on me. Both of my cats are just like sleeping on me way more than they normally have. And she's just always here, right here, meowing at me. Anyway, so Germany was really wonderful. I didn't really see much of Germany at all, except the very last night somebody took me we went to dinner and we walked, and I realized I'm about a block from the Danube River in this old town. It was beautiful. I didn't know. I just was getting up in the morning, having breakfast, walking to the conference, staying there almost all day. And sometimes we'd have dinner afterwards, and then I'd get back to my hotel room and I was out. So I didn't really see anything till the very last night, where we walked to and from a venue that was very beautiful. My pictures are all up on Facebook. You guys can check those out. So I'm back, and I'm back at home for another month or so. I have small things I have to do. I'm going to do a lecture in San Juan Bautista in California. That's just a 1-day thing. And then, of course, everything is focused on getting all this stuff scanned and put away and that kind of stuff. I have another article to write, at least one more. I had wonderful conversations with people about psychics and mediumship. And in the next video, I'm going to try to make a video that talks about a situation one of my friends was in, and I think I'll vaguely tell you about that. So we'll look for that on another video, probably right after this one, because this is just mainly updates. And then I've got in July, I have, well, once Operation Banana Cream Pie is over, and I hope it's successful. I'm not psychic, so I don't know. I only know what I've planned and what we think might happen and what might happen with the fallout. I don't know how busy that's going to make me afterwards, or it might be just like I'm sitting around with my, my thumbs in my pockets and nothing to do, or it might be I'm very busy. So again, I'm not psychic, so I don't know. Then I'm going to go on a cruise, a short cruise in Florida to the Bahamas. It's the Bermuda Triangle cruise. It's the 1000th episode for Skeptoid, which is a podcast I followed since pretty much its beginning. And then I'm going to be going to a conference in Tennessee. I think I'm going to fly from Florida to Tennessee and just hang out there for the next conference. And that conference I'm not speaking at. It's the Scopes Monkey Trials 100th anniversary. And that should be fun and interesting. If you're in Chattanooga, let me know. And then I'm home for a while. And I think there's going to be a conference in the Bay Area Skeptics in August. I think there's another conference that I'll be giving a talk to in Santa Cruz. But the Bay Area Skeptics one, I'm not speaking at. I'm just going to be attending. That's in Oakland, California. Then I have, what else? West Virginia, Vegas, maybe New York, Buffalo, New York, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm going to be doing small talks at all those venues. So if you're anywhere near those areas, please, I'd love to come out and see you. Let's have a soda or hot chocolate, because I don't drink coffee and I'm not much of a alcohol drinker. But I don't have a problem with it. Let's see. That's it. I think, then I guess I'm home most of the time, which is great because my cats really badly need me. Both of them are 17 years old, almost to be 17 next month. And one's doing really well-ish, and the other one is starting to have some decline. And we're prepared for that. They're 17. I mean, what do you want? They've had good lives. So I just want you guys to know I'm still here. I'm thinking about you guys. I'm working on lots of projects that I just can't talk about right now. And I love hearing your comments and your feedback. So please leave me comments and feedback. And if you're not subscribed, please do so. I would love to have you be part of our community we have developed. And I can't wait to reveal Operation Banana Cream Pie. Even if it fails, even if we totally blow it and it fails, I'm going to release it. Because I think we have to learn from our mistakes if we do something wrong. If this psychic does not fall for the trap, we're putting it in their path, then I think you should know that. And I don't know. Anyway, sorry, this isn't a really exciting video, but I just want you to know I'm still here. And I will be with you shortly. Thanks, everyone.